Hello again, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well, especially my friends out in the Buffalo area who got hammered with snow. Hope you guys are safe and hopefully get that stuff cleaned out quickly. So, today I was going out to Monticello, which has nothing to do with trains, but I'll tell you in a later video why I went out there. But I stopped by the Village Train Hobby in Windsor, New York, and they are closing. Jeff is going to retire from the train business, and hey, you know what? I don't blame him. Everybody's got to retire eventually. You just can't keep working nonstop forever and ever. So I just stopped by to see what's going on. And, yeah, I got some 36-inch wheel sets, some coffee-scented smokes. My wife won't complain, but she will anyways. Some dull coat, some tester's dull coat, and something really cool, but that'll be another video. But I also got this car. It was in the used section. This is a Atlas Delaware and Hudson bulk end flat car. Gotta stop and think about that. Now, the top is painted, because a lot of times you get these just one color, this moldy logs, but this doesn't look very realistic, does it? Let me pan in here. So it's got detail, but it's all one color. So I thought to myself, you know what? Let's try the panel accent by my Tamiya. So, you know, I got dark brown, brown, and black. So I figure, let me pan her down. Let's give that a shot and see if that doesn't enhance that look at the ends a little bit. And I might have to use some of the Tamiya powders. I've probably shown this to you before, but this is what it's like makeup actually. You know, it's a powder, but it's almost it's like in like an oily base or whatever. But I use these quite a bit. So let's go ahead then, and let's see what we'll try. We'll just try regular brown. Now with these, it settles a lot, the pigment. So you want to give it a good long shake for a while. I already shook these before I made the video. I'll give it a little shake. And you know, with the panel liner, or panel line accent color, should I say, you kind of let the material do its thing. Should probably put in camera, shouldn't I? So I'm going to do the bigger pieces. Just put a little drip there, and that's probably too much on there. Let's spread this out a little bit. Yeah, this comes out looking like crap. I'm going to show you the video. So let's see. There we go. So, you know, I always go off camera because I'm so busy looking over the camera at what I'm doing, and I forget that I'm... So we'll do a circular pattern, spread out the material. You can already see that's making all those details pop. My thought was make the larger pieces with the brown, and then the medium pieces try the dark brown, and then the really smaller ones, let's see what black does. But the whole idea, I just want to give this a little, see what I'm saying? It's already looking a little better. So let's just use up the material that's on the brush. You know, anything in nature like logs and stuff, I don't think you can really screw this up. Just if it doesn't look right, we'll try something else. So I'm just going to randomly go real quick. You can see with this brush, and the stuff is so thin, it spreads rather rapidly. What else we got here? Look at this guy down here. One thing I don't like, there's like plastic in the, like right here. It's solid. But what are you gonna do? Let me take some fluid from that piece. What's nice is how this panel line stuff really goes thin. And really, like I said, all we're trying to do is make the grain look pop. Let's get this one. Let's see, we're doing more. Let's do this one up here. I'm just doing this quickly too for the camera. So that doesn't, that one's a little heavy. We'll try dark brown next. Let me get that good shake. And if this doesn't dry flat, you know what? I don't know how this load comes off. If nothing else, you can just take the blue mask tape, you know, for painting. Just mask the car, give it a swipe, a dull coat, and you're probably good to go. So let's try, let's use my hand. Let's see what, we'll do the smaller ones with dark brown. That's still a lot of, let's see. Yeah, there's a lot on here. Kind of blot that off. But what I'm trying to do is, you know, so it's not all, nothing would ever be one color in nature. I mean, if these were all the same type of tree, you'd have similar color, but there's usually a variation in nature. So I'm just randomly going around, blah, 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 or la, la, la. And just trying to make that grain look pop. And who knows, this may not come out looking like I want. And if that's the case, well, like I said, I'll have to try something different. Let's go over here. And I just knocked over my light. The hazards of videoing and trying to make something. All right, there's a lot of fluid on these pieces. So what I'll do is I'll grab, you know, the material off the ones that have too much on it, kind of spread it out to other pieces. Because you don't want it to pool on it. Well, if it pools, even it will dry eventually. And usually the stuff dries kind of translucent like. But the whole point of this stuff is it gathers in recesses and stuff. So it just makes details pop. It doesn't really heavily change. You don't really want to heavily change the color or something with this stuff. All right. So you get the idea of that. So then we have a little variation there. And just for fun, let's see what black does. Now the black, I'm thinking I would just, you can hear me shaking the table as I try to shake up the paint. The black, I'm thinking just the smaller pieces. So, hopefully I can get a lot of them, get a lot of it off the brush first. So I'm thinking like these smaller guys, like right here. And the reason I'm doing this is just to give a variation of coloring on these logs. And as you can see, you don't need not much materials needed to make the details pop. That was hard to spit out. And you can mix these colors. I mean, until the other stuff really dries. And nothing, I don't think, has to be really perfect. But nothing else. It's time consuming. That's the only downside. It's just tedious. But you can see this stuff flows pretty quickly. And so the whole idea is just to try to get, I keep saying that, don't I? Just a variant of color. There you go. So right there, I think that even looks better already. And I haven't even touched all of them. Probably got about, what, half of them? A little color on there. And as you use this, if you want to, like, if you use the light brown, you go back with some little black, you do kind of reactivate the pigment a little bit. Even when it's fully dry, I think. So that's what it looks like. Just what I've just done quickly. That's how it comes. Like I said, if this stuff dries glossy, we'll just give a spray of dull coat. So I'm going to continue on coloring these things. I won't bore you. Watch me do the whole rest of them. And we'll check back. Okay, so I went ahead and filled in a little more of these. And it dried flat. And you know what? I think that looks pretty good. I also put a coat of the dark brown on the top. And it kind of reacted with the paint a little bit. And kind of gave a more streaky look. So actually kind of was a, turned out well. But just to show you where we started. Oops, get back here. You know, we had this plain Jane, so to speak, look to it. And just by using those panel line accent colors, I think it looks a heck of a lot better. And the whole, you know, the reason I'm showing this again is because a lot of guys have said in like live chats, they're really nervous about doing something to a car and ruining it. Well, you can see this is pretty straightforward. And, you know, you can make your own washes if you wanted to instead of using this stuff. But this is, you know, if you're not big on doing your own washes and all that kind of, you buy these at the store. These like $8 a bottle. And it goes a long way, this little bottle. And this way you can just, like I said, just do what I did. Just tap around and just play with it a little bit, you know. Mix the blacks, the dark brown, the light brown, until you kind of get where you want it. And I think it makes a pretty looking car. All right, I hope you enjoy this, guys. And as always, I'll see you down by the tracks.